I have been farming a lot of cocoa beans. To explain, I need to go back a couple weeks. I was in the Mushroom Desert, and I needed hot potato books for my future pigman sword, and I needed more damage because I wanted to kill zealots in one hit. But I saw in the last potato war, he talks about an enchantment where it replaces the crop you just broke. I thought, that seems pretty useful, and found it was in the cocoa bean collection, but you needed 50,000 cocoa beans for the recipe. But then I found out that you need a grand total of 409,600 cocoa beans for the actual book. Before explaining the grind, I need to explain about collections. Collections are a feature in-game which give you rewards for collecting a certain amount of a certain item. For example, if you collected 50,000 cocoa beans in-game, without buying them or getting them from a trade, you would get the book recipe that I needed. So I would get that on the way while trying to get 409,600 cocoa beans. Also, a quick side note, the Pigman Sword recipe needed 50,000 pork chop, and the hot potato book recipe needed 50,000 potatoes. Hang on, side tangent. I think players should get foraging XP from chopping cocoa beans for a total of 2 reasons. First, you're chopping it off a tree, so I think foraging XP should be attained. Second reason, I'm lazy and foraging sucks to grind, so a little bit of extra XP would be appreciated. So, I started grinding. I spent about 3 hours building a module I came up with on the spot, which would have been much quicker if I had a builder's one. 128 cocoa beans on every floor, 10 floors in the module, and 38 enchanted cocoa beans per harvest. And I was getting 1 enchanted cookie every 4 harvests. But that was too inefficient, so I got a cocoa bean minion with an enchanted charcoal and a super compactor, and it was giving me 40 enchanted cocoa beans per day. So that gave me more time, and I spent some of that time finding money-making methods, so I was getting a decent amount of money per hour, something like 240k an hour. So I wasn't doing bad money-wise, which means I could buy the book, but no, I was committed to the grind. And then, a couple weeks, months later, I got the book and put it on a golden hoe because the type of hoe doesn't actually matter because all it does is increase durability in the normal game. There is no durability in Skyblock, so I took the golden hoe because it looks shiny in the texture packs I use. Next, I need to talk about Slayers. You can receive incredibly good items from difficult bosses, however you can also grind for hours on end without any sign of profit, so it can become extremely tedious and sometimes frustrating. There are 4 different Slayers: Zombie, Spider, Wolf, and Enderman. In my opinion, the worst one is Spider, but the rest are pretty good. Now I've been grinding Zombies, which is by far the least profitable without large amounts of luck, but the items you can get by level up can be insane, doing hundreds of thousands of damage, eventually doing lots of damage and getting lots of XP, so therefore lots of benefit. I've easily spent over 10 million coins on Slayers with no real profit from them. However, I do have experience in wasting coins on expensive Slayer items, such as Tarantula Armor, Revenant Armor, Reaper Armor, Revenant Falchion, Reaper Falchion, and Reaper Scythe. Very expensive. After using these items for a while, you can upgrade them by giving them better enchantments, but with these items you can straight up give them better stats such as damage or strength, or giving them an ability which improves them so much. The Revenant Falchions give health when hitting the enemy, which is essential for killing bosses. Now, time to flex. I'm going to record myself killing a tier 4 Revenant Horror and brag about how fast I can kill the boss with my OP gear.
here.